Hello, I am Coach O, and this is the National Scouting Service Podcast Show. Today, we're going to come to you with our high school and college picks and news. And with that being said, we're going to give you our outcome of the games that who we think of the teams that's going to win in these games. But before we do that, I have to give homage to the people that's supporting and advertising our show. And again, I am Coach O, and this is the National Scouting Service Podcast Show. And you can follow me on Twitter at Coach O Brown, as well as on Instagram under National Scouting. You can find me on Station Head under National Scouting. And you can also find me on YouTube under National Scouting Service. With that being said, this show is being broadcasted in Meek and Zeke Studios, so we can't leave out Meek and Zeke Studios. And we've been doing all our shows right here in Meek and Zeke Studios. Also, we are being sponsored by Ink to the T T-shirts. You can follow Ink to the T T-shirts on Instagram. If you into getting some nice T-shirts made, cups, magnets, whatever the case may be, please follow Ink to the T on Instagram and get your orders in with them. Also, this show is being sponsored by Uncontested Hoops. That is Coach Herb Washington. He's one of the best coaches in the area, in the Houston area, and he works on skills training, ball handling, shooting, as well as having a mental aspect of the game, knowing the game. A lot of times we have athletes that play the game, whether it's basketball or football or any sport, but sometimes the mental aspect is not there, and he can help you with that as well. Also, this show is being sponsored by Running Back Giving Back, and Running Back Giving Back owner is Mr. Kimball Anders, former Kansas City Chiefs All-Pro fullback, soon to be inductee in the Kansas City Chiefs Ring of Fame, Hall of Fame on November the 6th when the Kansas City Chiefs faces the Tennessee Titans. Also, you can listen and follow all of our podcast shows and broadcasting on YouTube under National Scouting Service. Also on Facebook under National Scouting Service. Sorry about that. One of my mics had failed. And on Station Head, you will have to download the Station Head app and follow National Scouting on Station Head. Now, with that being said, we're going to get into some things that we have to talk about tonight on our show. And before I do that, I also want to give a big shout out to the guys that help with officiate these games in Tasso. Also, we're on Spotify. I left that out. You see they had put that on the screen because I left that out. We're also on Spotify. So if you're a person that like to listen to audio instead of having visual, or you're not on YouTube and Instagram or Twitter, all that, we're also on Spotify. Look for National Scouting Service on Spotify, and you can go back and listen to any of our past shows as well as today's show on Spotify as well. And as I was saying before, I want to give a big shout out to the guys of Tasso. On the field in case an official goes down or get hurt. Big shouts out to all those guys. Big shout out to Tasso as well as to UIL and all the high schools that's participating in UIL in Texas, whether it's in football, basketball, softball, tennis, golf, whatever the sport may be. Big shouts out to the TASO officials, because you all are doing a great job, and continue to do that, because I know it's hard being an official in our line of sports, because every parent think every call is wrong, especially when it's against their kid, and every coach think every penalty is wrong when it's against their team. Also, we have an upcoming show which will be tomorrow, October the 26th. This show will start at 5:30 p.m. 5:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it. And this young man that I'm putting on the screen, he's one of following National Scouting Service. So you don't want to miss that show. Again, we'll have Mr. Preston PJ Hatter right here on National Scouting Service podcast show tomorrow. I can't wait to have him on the show. Have a lot of questions for him. If you're a fan out there, or if you're a follower of our show and you have questions to ask, please post them in your comments, whether you're following on YouTube or following on Facebook, and we can put some of the comments up or questions up so he'll be able to see, as well as our audience. Now, we only going to put comments up that are respectable. We ain't going to put up no derogatory comments or anything like that, which it shouldn't be many about this guy being one of the top quarterbacks in the nation. You see, I stress that. And the number 7 quarterback in the state of Texas, unless he has moved up since today. Now, with that being said, we're going to get into some of our Thursday and Friday and Saturday high school games, as well as college games, and some of the picks that I have throughout some of these teams that'll be playing tomorrow. Well, on Thursday, we have a couple of games that's coming on Thursday. If you're in the area, please try to stop by and see some of these games. We have Deer Park Deers at Pasadena Rayburn Texans. And in this game, I'm picking the Deer Park Deers in this game over Pasadena Rayburn, Texas. Also on Thursday, which is October the 27th, we have the Clear Fall Knights at the Clear Lake Falcons. Now, I did attend one of the the Clear Fall Knights game, as well as one of the Clear Lake Falcons game, and the Knights are rolling, man. They rolling. The last game I attended, they came from behind to get the win in the final seconds. These guys are a well-oiled machine, but I got to ride with the Clear Lake Falcons in that game. Also on Friday, which is October the 28th, we have Pasadena Dobie Longhorns at the South Houston Trojans. Now, Pasadena being on a rocky road this year, up and down, they don't have their previous coach, who have since left and went to Dobie, and Coach Beneathi. Big shout out to the Dobie Longhorns and Coach Beneathi. And it seemed like they're not on a rhythm, seemed like they ain't in sync, but sometimes that happens when you have a new coach that's coming along in a new program. So in this game, I have to pick the South Houston Trojans over the Pasadena Dobie Longhorns. Also, we have Goose Creek Memorial Patriots at Pasadena Sterling Rangers. Goose Creek, they've been playing some good ball, but I got to ride with the Baytown Sterling Rangers in that game. I just spoke on them, the LaPorte Bulldogs at the Crosby Cougars. And we all know that Crosby is a tough program. They always have an outstanding football program every year in Crosby. And the Cougars are on the rise. They already have been on the rise. But I'm riding with my guy, Coach Beneathi, with the LaPorte Bulldogs. He have turned that program around. They will be on the rise in years to come. And right now they're fighting to get into the playoffs. And I think with this win, it will help them get into the playoffs. With our Saturday games, October the 29th, we have Houston Wheatley Wildcats at the Houston Yates Lions. Everybody know the Houston Yates Lions is a powerful program. They always been. At one time, they had they was ranked that having the high school with some of the most athletes in the NFL, along with my alma mater, Galveston Ball High Tornadoes. And Houston Wheatley, the Wildcats, they on the rebound season. They doing pretty good, but I still have to take the Houston Yates Lions in that game. Also, Fort Bend Willow Ridge Eagles at the Dayton Broncos. In this game, I got to go with the Dayton Broncos. This is a team that is known to go into the playoffs. I think they'll be in the playoffs again this year, and I'm picking them to win this game against the Dayton Broncos. Now, with my NSS, National Scouting Service, game of the week. And this game is between the Santa Fe Indians at the Texas City Stingrays, or Stingarees, if you want to pronounce it that way. And Santa Fe, they always have been a scrappy team, always been a team that's going to fight to the final minutes of a game. Don't give up. They always have 2 or 3 players that a lot of people haven't heard about, but they come later on in the season and people start questioning, who are these guys? Where they come from? So in that game, I am going to take the Santa Fe Indians over the Texas City Stingarees. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that, but it is what it is. So I'm riding with the Santa Fe Indians over the Texas City Stingarees. Now let's get into some college news. A lot of y'all know that we're going to have the college bowls coming up, the college bowl selections coming up, and it's a lot of teams that's going to be in bowl games that we probably didn't hear about or didn't know that they'll make specific bowls. But this year, the 2 CFP semifinal bowls are the Fiesta and the Peach Bowls, which will be on Saturday, December the 31st. Now, the thing with this, the 2 CFP semifinal winners will play in the college football playoff national championship in Los Angeles on Monday, which will be January the 9th of 2023. Now, these have been some rule changes. And again, let me read this again. This year, the 2 CFP semifinal bowls are the Fiesta and the Peach Bowl, which will be on Saturday, December the 31st. The 2 CFP semifinal winners will play in the college football playoff national championship in Los Angeles, California, which will be on a Monday, January the 9th of 2023. Those who have college bowl games, go ahead and start putting in for this day off because you're going to need it, because I know you don't want to watch the game and party and then have to go into work on Tuesday and be subject to lose your job from over partying and going in there smelling like the cologne that you shouldn't be wearing. But anyway, now with my college picks, and again, these just are my opinions. These are my picks. This don't come from the National Scouting Service or our staff that's on the National Scouting Service. These are Coach O picks. I didn't reach out to anybody for their opinion. I'm just going with these picks because these are the teams who I think will win. On Thursday, October the 27th, we have Virginia Tech at number 24, North Carolina State. That game is at 6:30 p.m. on ESPN, and I'm riding with the North Carolina State in this game over the Virginia Tech. Also, Louisiana will be at Southern Miss at 6:30 p.m. on ESPN2. This game also is on October the 27th. And in this game, I'm taking Southern Miss to defeat Louisiana in that 6:30 p.m. Game on ESPN2. Last and not least, even though we have a lot of games, but these are the games that I picked, we have number 14, Utah, not Omaha, like my guy Peyton Manning used to say, but number 14, Utah at Washington State at 9 p.m. On Fox Sports 1. You don't want to miss that game. I'm picking Washington State in this game because of their quarterback. And I'm not going to say any names, but he's the starting quarterback. I've been reaching out to him to come on our show because I just recently found out that we are related. And I'm not trying to get him to come on the show because we are related. I want to get him to come on the show because he are one of the top quarterbacks that's playing right now in the NCAA. And I like to have a talk with him because he's doing great. And not only that, we are relatives. But I did reach out to him on Twitter. Haven't heard back from him yet. I could have my uncle to contact him, but I don't want to be able to get an interview or to be able to speak with him through another family member. I'm trying to reach out to him myself to try to develop that relationship and maybe a conversation. And even if we do have a conversation, whether it's by phone or by tweet or by Instagram or by instant messenger or whatever the case may be, and he says that he don't want to do an interview or he don't want to come on the show, I just would have to respect that because I do understand sometimes when players are playing on a higher stage or on a lower stage, and I'm not calling high school or junior high, middle school, or lower stage, sometimes they focus is just football and they ain't trying to do all those interviews. But I am picking Washington State over number 14 Utah in that 9 p.m. game on Fox Sports 1. Also on Friday, my college picks in this game, we have October the 28th, Friday night game, Eastern Carolina at BYU at 7 p.m. on ESPN2, and I'm picking BYU in this game over East Carolina. We also have Louisiana Tech at Florida International at 7 p.m. on CBS-SN, and I'm picking Louisiana Tech over Florida International in that game, which also would be on October the 28th at 7 p.m. on CBS-SN. Then we have, these are some good games coming up too. We have Baylor at Texas Tech at 6:30 p.m. on ESPN2. And I'm hoping that quarterback Drones will be starting in this game. Hey, he's been doing everything that he was asked to do. I think it's his time to be up. I think he should be the starter of the Baylor Bears. I'm being a little biased because I played ball with his father. I know his father. Me and his father are like brothers. I played under his grandfather, and that's why I'm a little biased. But he has earned his keep. He should be the starter. If not, if he come into the game, I know he'll turn things around. But I like to see him start off the game and finish the game so it won't be no questions in who is the number one quarterback. If he's already been promoted as a starter. But I got Baylor over Texas Tech, and this is a 6:30 p.m. game on ESPN2. We also have Pittsburgh at number 21, North Carolina at 7 p.m. on ACCN, and I'm picking number 21, North Carolina in this game over Pittsburgh. We have Middle Tennessee at UTEP at 8 p.m. on ESPN+, and I'm picking Middle Tennessee over UTEP in this game. And that should be a good game because both programs are great. They're doing a good job, especially with their recruiting and as well in their football program. But I'm riding with Middle Tennessee in that game. We have Stanford at 12. We have Stanford at number 12, UCLA at 9:30 p.m. on ESPN. And believe it or not, even though UCLA is ranked number 12, I'm taking Stanford in this game over UCLA. San Diego State at Fresno State, the game of the states, at 9:30 p.m. on FS1. And in this game, I'm going to go with the Fresno State Bulldogs over San Diego State in this game. Also, and we have some more college picks, and I think these are going to be my final college picks to close out the show. And we have Nevada at San Jose State at 9:30 p.m. on CBS-SN, and I'm taking San Jose State in this game. And finally, we have Wyoming at Hawaii at 10:59 p.m. Don't have a station for this game. Don't know where it's going to be broadcasted at, if it's going to be broadcasted, because I know a lot of people are going to probably be asleep. But I'm riding with Hawaii in this game over Wyoming. With that being said, you can follow us on Facebook under National Scouting. You can follow us on Instagram under National Scouting. You can follow us on Facebook under National Scouting Service. You can also follow us on Instagram under National Scouting. You can follow us on Snapchat under National Scouting. on Station Head. If you want to listen to us on the radio, we play good music as well. Download the Station Head app and follow National Scouting. We're also on TikTok as well as on YouTube under National Scouting Service. If you are somebody that want to be on this show, or you know somebody that should be on this show, reach out to us and we'll try to fit them in. We don't care if it's football, volleyball, golf, tennis. We want to have them on the show as a guest. It'll give them a platform to highlight themselves and be able to let somebody else know about them. You can follow us you can contact us through our email at nationalscoutingservice@yahoo.com or at nationalscoutingservice@gmail.com. And before we end this show, I want to give a big shout out to some of the undefeated teams in the state of Texas. It's not a lot of them because you have to understand Texas is a big state. So just imagine a lot of high schools, whether they are 6-man football, whether they are 11-man football, 1A, 2A, 3A, all the way up to 6A. Hey, these are the undefeated schools in the state of Texas. And I want to give a big shout out to my alma mater, Galveston Ball High Tornadoes, who are currently 8-0 with 2 games left. And I'm looking for them to finish out 10-0 heading into the playoffs. Big shouts out to the coaching staff at Galveston Ball, as well as the city of Galveston, Texas, as well as to Galveston Ball High School. Big shouts out to my guy, AP at Galveston Ball High School, Mr. Keelan Muse, who I played with at Galveston Ball back in '91. Hey, big shouts out to you, man. Y'all doing a fabulous and a great job over there. Big shout out to the Hitchcock Bulldogs out of Hitchcock, Texas. They doing a fabulous job over there, and they are undefeated as well with 2 games left to play, and they are ranked in the nation. I think they are number 1 or number 2. I apologize if I don't know the overall ranking, but I do know that they are number 1 or number 2, and that's just a feat in itself. Big shouts out to the Hitchcock Bulldogs. Hope you guys have tremendous success into the playoffs, as well as hopefully you all bring a state championship back home to the city of Hitchcock. I don't know if that ever been done, but good luck to you guys, and I hope you can get her done. Another big shout out to North Shore High School, the North Shore, and I don't want to get this messed up. I'm pretty sure they are the Stallions. If I'm saying that mascot wrong, I know I'm going to hear from them because I did interview one of the top running backs in the state of Texas, and he probably gonna let me have it by text, but I'm pretty sure they're the North Shore Stallions. They are undefeated as well. I already picked them to win state as well as to win district. So good luck to you all, as well as to that coaching staff and to the high school of North Shore. With that being said, I'm gonna bring up the other list of the undefeated schools that are undefeated and that are beginning to play, and they'll be playing in the playoffs. Big shouts out to you all. And again, I am Coach O, and this is the National Scouting Service podcast show, which you can find on Facebook, National Scouting Service, as well as on Station Head. Download the Station Head app and follow National Scouting, and on YouTube under National Scouting Service. This is the show. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I'm correct on my picks. If I'm not, I understand. It's just a guess what I'm going off of, my gut on the teams who I think is going to win. And be sure to tune in tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. I have special guest, Mr. Preston P.J. Hatter out of Westfield High School. He is QB7. He is the starting quarterback and nationally ranked quarterback and the number 7 ranked quarterback in the state of Texas. You don't want to miss it. Tune in. Post your questions. We'll post them. I got a lot of questions I want to ask him, and then I have some information to give to you about him that is in relations to me, and it's going to be a great show. I know you're not going to want to miss it. So be sure to tune in, and here go our Texas undefeated teams in high school teams in the state of Texas.